Desktop connector for BIM 360 provides a connection between your local files and the document management module. This makes the document management module available in your desktop folder and file structure for easy file management. The advantage of the desktop connector over the standard browser upload method is that you can upload multiple files, large datasets, and also folders with enclosed files automatically. It's also important to note that depending on the BIM 360 service you're using, it will require the desktop connector to be installed. Your document management files are replicated in a connected drive. You can then manage files in the document management through the connected drive just as you would with any other folder on your PC. Changes made on your desktop are then automatically uploaded to document management. The following image shows on the left the desktop connector in my Windows Explorer. You can see that this replicates the same folder structure that exists in the document management module within BIM 360. When using the desktop connector for BIM 360, it's important to note that the connector only works with project files. If your account has no data in project files, then it won't show up in the desktop connector data source. File paths longer than 256 characters are not supported. Please try to ensure that you do not exceed this 256 character limit by having long folder names and long file names. The context menu under the right-click functionality currently only supports open, delete, download, lock and rename functionality. Now that we understand the principles of the desktop connector, we can use the connector to open the files via Revit. Selecting the Open button, we can now navigate to the desktop connector. Selecting the Look In drop-down, we can choose this PC. Here you will show the BIM 360 connected device. Double-clicking in here will allow us to select our BIM 360 hub and then pick the required project. Here I'm selecting my 2021 project. Then I can open the file from my work in progress environment. Here I'm going to select Student 1 Work in Progress and open up my architectural file. As the file opens from the desktop connector, we can check within the BIM 360 web version. This will show that the file has now been locked. When the file is locked, other members will not be able to open, edit or make changes to this file. Checking the document back in BIM 360, you will see a little padlock symbol is now beside the file name. This denotes that the file is locked. Back within the Revit environment, we can begin to make changes to this Revit project. In this instance, I'm going to go to the Collaborate tab and go to Publish Settings. Within Publish Settings, we can create a view set that will allow us to publish and save these changes back to BIM 360. Currently, as default, set number 1 is included as part of these publish settings. Selecting this in the list, I can choose the rename option. Here I'm going to rename this set to Work in Progress Issue 1. Once the set is renamed, select OK to complete. The Show and List option will then allow us to include what sheets and views we want to include as part of this published set. I'm going to select all views and sheets in the model and then choose the tick boxes to turn on the information I want to include. Here I want to include the ground floor, first floor, elevations and some sections. I can also choose any particular views that I also wish to include as part of this published set. In this instance, I'm going to choose the default 3D view. Once I'm happy with all the information that I've included within the set, I can choose the Save and Close option. To save changes back to BIM 360, we can simply select the Save button. This will now update the version and include this information within BIM 360. Whilst working within this file, we can also use the desktop connector to link in other projects. Selecting the Manage tab, we can choose the Manage Links option. Here we can add in a new Revit link from the BIM 360 project. Selecting the Add button, we can now navigate via the desktop connector to choose the required file. Selecting the drop down again, choosing this PC, then selecting BIM 360. Once again we select our BIM 360 hub, then our project, and then we can link the file that we wish to from project files. Here I'm going to select the structure folder and then I'm going to choose the structural Revit project. Selecting Open, This will now download the latest version and automatically link it in to my Revit project. Selecting OK to complete the process, we have now successfully linked in the Revit structure project. To save changes back to BIM 360, we can simply select the Save button. This will now update this project and save this back to BIM 360 with the linked in structure file.